So, you finally grabbed your FC26 copy, and now you are ready to be the final boss of your career mode, right? Well, not so fast. This game will humble you right before even your first press conference. In the last video, we broke down the 10 must-change settings, and today we are going to put them to work. We will build a full save together: manager live hub, manager market, custom tactics, transfers, unexpected events, the lot. We'll even drop in a custom player and show a few easy-to-miss features along the way. So here's the plan. We build the save side by side. You can follow each step, pause and rewatch if you're setting up your own career mode right now, or just skip around with the timestamps mentioned in this video if you just want to watch the drama unfold. Alright, the first order of business, our very own custom star player. To do that, from settings, let's head to create a player and we'll build a young striker, Nilinho. Good enough to start, but not a cheat code. If you're following my 30-day challenge to UCL series, link in the description, then you already know what Nilinho can do. I'm setting his overall around 78 with balanced stats, strong finishing, decent pace and stamina to run all day. Just a quick tip, whatever overall you're aiming for, just ask ChatGPT for the stat breakdown, just like I did for this build. Then comes the fun bit: kit, boots and a signature celebration. We are going full Jude Bellingham because, well, why not? Once the look is logged in, it's time for the power move: transfer to free agents. Head to edit teams, club transfers, find your custom player and switch the country or region to free agents. And just like that, your future Ballon d'Or winner is now free to sign for any club you choose. No transfer, no drama, no waiting. And now, let's start building the save. From the main menu, we head into the manager career. You will see two choices: original mode or live hub. Original is the classic route, fresh season or live start points, but today we are diving into the live manager mode, FC26 big new feature. So let's hit live. This brings us to the manager live hub with a full challenge board with starter, domestic and popular objectives, each with their own conditions and rewards. But first we need to create a manager profile and pick up to 5 clubs to follow. These picks influence what live challenges appear in the live hub. I am locking in United, Bayern, Real Madrid, PSG and one more for good measure. Then a quick stop in edit appearance to build the manager, click R3, edit appearance, change outfits, add a beard or even load in a real live manager. Alright, now that the basics are logged in, it's time to hit advance and pick the challenge that sets the mood for our first season. I'm going with European elites. Finish top 4 in your league. Sounds easy, but not when EA likes to throw mid-game challenges just for fun. Next is the big call: what kind of team do we control? Authentic club, like a real squad, a real pressure, icons and heroes, drop legends straight into the game, or create a club, build something from zero and hope the board doesn't sack us by Halloween. I'm choosing authentic club, Manchester United, because, of course. And I'm sneaking in one eternal legend of the game, the midfield maestro, Toni Kroos, courtesy of the icons feature, of course. Hopefully, now the midfield problem in Manchester United will finally be sorted. Let me know which club you are planning to start with. Drop it in the comments so we can compare our pain levels at the end of this build. Then comes the real backbone of the save, our career settings. We covered all of this in my last video, linked in the description if you want the deep dive. But here's the power lineup that we're going for in today's career mode. Difficulty will be legendary, every win should feel earned and every mistake should be punished twofolds. Game type will be authentic, realistic, player fatigue, passing errors and a slower match tempo. Deeper simulation will be on. We'll track 5 extra leagues: League 1, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga Portugal, La Liga, so the transfer market and scouting feels pretty much alive. Board expectations. This will remain strict. A proper United rebuild needs real pressure from above. Scouting speed will be fast because waiting weeks for a single scout report is pretty much torture, and unexpected events will be on, of course. From tactical leaks to sudden injuries, these curveballs keep the save fresh and unpredictable. For extra realism, you can also add real-world injuries like Martinez's knee injury that will see him out for weeks, and maybe a one-match suspension for Casemiro. Flip international job offers on if you dream of juggling club and country. I am turning them off for now, and always keep the manager market on so we can apply for new jobs mid-save. The match length, I'm going for 3-minute halves, which is fast enough to keep things moving and long enough to suffer properly. And that's it. Hit advance and our FC26 career mode save is live. Challenge has been activated and the FIFA rage is loading. Stick around until the end and hit subscribe if you feel we can achieve success in our first career build. Or if you think I'm getting sacked by Christmas, hit like so I can prove you wrong. Because the career mode chaos in FC26 is definitely going to mess with us. Okay, so the first stop once we are in, objectives. Let's head into the office tab to see what's expected of us. On the right side, the board's targets: win the FA Cup, reach a Champions League semi and the usual. On the left, our challenge goal from the Live Hub and end the season inside the top 4. That's the real pressure point if you ask me. Everything we set up today has to serve that finish. Next up, the manager market. This is where we can track every club's managerial situation. Who's safe, who might be hiring, and where opportunities could open up. Add clubs to your watch list by hitting the square button or use R1 to view them when a manager's job security drops so that you can apply. It's a smart way to plan a future move rather than waiting to be sacked. And now let's shape our tactics and coaching. Our tactical setup here isn't just for match day, it also influences which clubs might approach us later. I'm setting 3 key styles: a balanced control the midfield, a defensive block, and an all-out attack plus the default tactic. That gives us flexibility when the AI starts adjusting. We will also have our playing style as counter-attacking classic Manchester United football, and then it's time to add the coaches. Always remember that without adding coaches, the development plans for all the players will get delayed by quite some bit. So I would suggest at least add 1 coach per area. Now it's time for transfers and scouting. First signing is simple. Nilinho, our custom wonder kid, already sitting in free agents, offer the contract and he's ours. Then we set up scouts with a few key instructions and check the new team stats tab. A great way to see real performances across all the leagues we deep simmed. Look through the player's overall stats or select any competition that you think is important. That way, a lower overall player with a high potential is not overlooked. And finally, the big signings that give us a squad built for the top 4. Because if you ask me, right now, the squad in Manchester United does not look like a top 4 squad. So let's bring in a defensive rock from Real Madrid, Eder Militao. Then comes the perfect attacking fullback from Fulham, Anthony Robinson. And finally, we also get the midfield engine that United could not land in real life, Carlos Baleba. But that's not all. We also have Zaire Emery, PSG's next breakout superstar, Nilinho of course, aiming for the Ballon d'Or sooner than later, and a few depth players, and of course, our legend, Cruz. And suddenly, our midfield is bossed by Bruno, Cruz and Baleba, backed by Militao and driven by Nilinho and Sechko up front. This is a team built to make the top 4 challenge real. Alright, now that the squad's ready, it's time for the top 4 challenge to be locked in. Legendary difficulty, authentic gameplay. Let's see how quickly FC26 humbles us. Our season opener at the Emirates. Right away you feel it. Authentic is heavier, passes need precision, every touch matters.
Still level, but this attack could see that changing. And in the end, all that possession counts for little. There's Cunha. Oh, what a chance! It's offside. Robinson. Kroos. That's a lovely ball. There might be something building now. Tackled. It was all about the time. Minutes. And the forward progress continues with a good ball. Puts the ball into the box. It's only halfway clear. It was looking good, but not all the way through. And that is the final whistle.
It's KG tense and we grind out a 0-0 draw. Not a dream start, but hey, we are unbeaten so far. Then Fulham and bang, a volley straight out from a highlight reel. I'm smashing tackle after tackle, but nothing sticks. We lose 1-0 and panic starts to creep in. And next, the Manchester derby. City play like it's a Champions League final. 2 ruthless finishes. And Pep celebrates like they won the title, which, spoiler alert, they actually do. 3 games in, 2 losses, 1 draw. That finish top 4 challenge suddenly feels like a dare from the football gods above. Now while I'm plotting a comeback, the inbox explodes. Our first unexpected event. Binder wants out. Goalkeeper Binder blasts us in the press. Choices pop up that I can either promise minutes or isolate and sell the player. What would you do in this situation? For me, there was only one move. Go full Sir Alex mode. Isolate and sell. The message is sent. Patch comes first. Egos later. And just as I hit send, the Champions League anthem drops. And I'm like, wait, what? United in Champions League this season? For a second, I think the game's bugged. And then it clicks. The European Elite Challenge seems to drop your club straight into Europe. Or at least that's my theory. Correct me in the comments if you know the exact logic behind it. Hey, I'm not complaining about Champions League football in the first season. Now barely a week later, another alert. Our tactics have been leaked online. Now comes the dilemma. Do we tear it all up or double down on the tactics? I go for tightening the midfield control and hope that works. A couple of gritty wins drag us back into the conversation until FC26 reminds us who's actually the final boss. Brutal offsides, soft penalties, and tell me that second pen isn't scripted drama. Authentic plus legendary punishes every sloppy touch. And just as we find a little bit of a momentum, Mbuemo requests urgent family leave. Bigger than football, so of course I approve. But tactically, it's another hole to plug. And this is where FC26 really makes you feel like a manager on and off the pitch. From 7th to 11th and back again, the table might as well be gospel, with Manchester United struggling in mid-table battle. Even the legendary Toni Kroos can't awaken the sleeping giant. Can we still claw our way to top 4? Drop your predictions right now. I might just need the luck. Months go by until the table appears. And then comes our reality check. 7th place. Challenge failed. I brace for the classic sacked in the morning headline, but to my surprise, nothing. The board keeps faith in me. Apparently, 7th at Old Trafford means your job is secure these days. Season 1 is done and FC26 did not hold back. The difficulty, AI and challenges make the career mode more entertaining and gut-wrenching for sure. Drop your first save story in the comments below and share the pain if you failed, or feel free to boast about your wins. This is only the beginning, and the next save will crank the difficulty and the drama even higher. Make sure you're subscribed because the FC26 ride starts right now.